Welcome everyone, it's time. It's Immortals, it's Astralis, it's IEM Katowice. It's a legendary event. 11 years of IEM events starting in 2017. This one's been around for a while. Astralis last year had a run into the playoffs, got beat out by then Fnatic, the last team, or I should say the last event they won, the defending champions, but now they go against Immortals, who are trying to make amends for all the losses and struggles they've had this year. They're trying to finally hit that breakthrough, Henry.
Well, we're going to kick things off in cash, though. Astralis, 5 sets of armor. And we'll have a look at the CT buy quickly as well. They're actually going to be primarily focused towards B, just to point that out quickly. 4 sets of armor with them, and Steel, he's got their smoke and the diffuse kit as well. And to be FNX, he takes a headshot to kick things off there. Very passive hold from Astralis. They're waiting for the aggression to come in from the CTs. They found it, and they've managed to get a headshot in as well. So they've got that information to work with. And the problem is, to get towards a bomb site here, that's going to be a bit of a trouble for them, because, as you can see, no grenades into the site. Going to have to rely purely on grouping up and using the Glocks in a close range capacity.
Try to use them in a close range capacity indeed. FNX tagged 2 HP, though has to play truck, so outside of the A site itself. We know the retake's very common in that position. Steel has the kit. He's toward Heaven at B. But it's Bolts that plays quad. It's the slight variation of not having any further mid control. They give up Highway. Device, Glaive already inside of that position as well.
Yeah, this is where it's going to be ending up with it as well. The A split will be coming in, like you said, Device and Glaive ready to go. Teammates will be striking from Squeaky Door and A main. Just Bolts on that A side now. He's towards quad. If he picks up a couple of kills, they can do this. FNX, like we said, low HP towards car. Bolts have a lot to do here.
They're going to go very aggressive toward that truck, finding FNX already. This goes well for them because it takes down the closest point of access and information. Glaive can continue to hold off rotations, get information as they head in towards Z connector. It's good and swift execution to find Bolts inside of quad. He managed 1 kill on Xyp9x. A bomb planted, open position, can be covered off from multiple angles, including a main, including quad itself, and it's all down to Henny. Oh, lovely shot from Dupree.
Yep.
Astralis looking swift.
Easy does it for Astralis there. That early headshot enables them to choose. We'll go towards that A side, and you can see the mentality of FNX there. He goes for that truck position because he's only exposing his head there. So he's dead regardless. He's not actually that vulnerable in terms of the HP. And Astralis think they're out towards that position. Take him down. Bolts can only find 1. Easy plant comes in. No retake potential from Immortals at all there. They will be forced buying into this second round. Henny, of course, he goes a little bit more conservative. No head armor for him. But CZs and 5.7s, 1 smoke to work with here. No heavy stack coming from the CTs, but this is pretty standard for a terrorist side. Get that fast mid control. Use this mixture of rifles and UMPs once they've established this. It's quite a large portal of the map. Go for B splits here, go back towards A. Lots of options. You can see them utilizing their grenades at the start of the round as well, using the smokes towards connector, flushing out the sandbags there with the Molotov as well. And at this point, they can slow it right down. They've got some great map control here, and it's wait for the CTs to make a mistake at this point.
Xyp9x already on top of, what do we want to call it? The roll pin for what would be the garage. I don't know what you call that.
Garage doors? I don't know what the
pivot, yeah, it is a garage door, but I'm trying to say, yeah, but it's the compartment by which it rolls in. I'm done. I don't know that one. We're going to move on from that. Henny and Bolts inside of the A site.
Shut the doors, whatever it is.
Oh, I thought you were going to say shut up. Would have been appropriate. Xyp9x looking down to Z, does make contact, but it's Glaive that will bust out the vents, go through. Quick Molotov thrown from his teammate inside of B main, Dupree, to clear out behind the box. That's done. Inside of the site, their attention focuses. It's Steel and Lucas, like far from his twin brother, Henny, who's well over toward the A site. Still on top of the catwalker, in behind Fork. I'm not 100% sure which, but the bomb is slowly going back in that position, so they'll have to consider it on entry. It's Squeaky that Device goes. He'll make first point of contact, and they've read this. Immortals are backing out of B already. There hasn't been enough access onto the site. They're going to try and get in position. Bolts gets in toward the quad position. Good pick up from Astralis. Kierby getting FNX down. There goes Henny. He was the one waiting behind the forklift, and Xyp9x will flush out Bolts. It's smooth sailing, I think, from here.
Yeah, this has been quite a big point of discussion in CSGO recently. The second round, 4 spies from the CT is very difficult to hold off, and you can see Astralis treating it like a full gun round there, expending utility to the start of the round, getting the mid control, utilizing the utility, the Molotovs towards sandbags, and going towards B, showing a lot of presence there, pulling some rotations in, and then going back towards A, and not dropping a single frag. So that's very nice stuff indeed from Astralis. Looking good right now. Going into the next round, Immortals can't really do much for this. Has to be a full eco, maybe a couple of P250s there, but Henny, of course, he's the AWP, as you can see. He's got a little bit more money, or will certainly be buying that weapon to the next round. So Astralis more than likely going to keep 5 players alive in this one, and that means we get an interesting round on going into number 4, because Matt, we've talked about this a million times. It's that bonus round. It means the CTs won't necessarily have head armor. You want to go for something a bit faster and expose them when they don't really have too much utility to work with there. So Glaive, he'll be working towards middle. Same Molotov towards sandbag, smoking off the fence as well, just eradicating risks at this point. And they'll go for the mid control once again. There are a lot of CTs waiting towards white box, 3 to be exact. A decent flashbang comes in. They pick up the first kill. They could do something with this now if they can recover that fallen weapon, but Zipex, he's having none of it. He's struck towards the A side.
dupreeh holding out mid as well to make sure they don't get access in toward mid main. Leaves the bomb there. Peculiar. I think, yeah, he's realized it now, gone back to grab it, because if they did push through after they've taken the A site, you're going to need that, dupreeh. And as such, it's over that direction he heads. They've done well to do damage in this round, getting it down to a 3 versus 3. And FNX, he's in reasonable position with the UMP picked up to try and flank out. His one detriment at this point in time is that he has no armor.
And the door is closed.
Good point. No access. As FNX starts to get much closer, it's dupreeh that will spray down 2 more, leaves himself open and vulnerable. Aim punch didn't do much. I think dupreeh actually only had 1 bullet left because it hit him. He reset, and then I saw the animation for reload come in, so that cost him his life in the end. But either way, it's Astralis up with a 3-0 start.
All things considered, pretty decent round for Immortals there. Sometimes just one decent flashbang get you a couple of kills towards middle. Certainly did that time. Will be 3-0 for Astralis, but the UMPs go down, so we won't see that bonus round coming in. AK is going to be brought up. Does Device have the AWP? He certainly does as well. So AWP and AWP action here. Henny, he's glass cannon though. And we'll see whether he used that flamboyant playstyle in the first round here. But lots of flashbangs and Molotov used towards middle. That's a missed smoke though, so still has a bit of vision here to spam towards middle. Does he commit towards actual boost position? Doesn't look like he will. He'll be falling back, and once again, mid control obtained by Astralis there, primarily by Zipex. Henny's concentrating towards A main here, baiting in a teammate as well. It's quite a nice setup. A lot of information gathered from this.
Information is key.
Yeah, especially on Cash.
Unless it's misinformation. No alternative facts in Counter-Strike. You can't make the miscall like Mixwell did for Optic and end up on the wrong bomb site.
Are we sure it was Mixwell?
Or the wrong president of the United States. I assume it was just based on his body language, but you're right, I don't know that.
Okay. Got to be fair.
FNX is pushed very far inside of A main, I have to say. Waiting to the left side of the doorway, hoping that they'll overlook him in time for him to grab the first headshot. He won't be able to let them walk by.
Yeah, what the
I don't even think 4x3 would keep him concealed in that position, but he can catch them off guard.
Yeah, it's his teammates watching in there. That's the idea. So his teammate takes the aggro, Device goes down. FNX can stay there. All decide to push, but here comes the A split coming in. Smokes towards CD spawn. Henny in a real difficult position now, but hits that first shot.
And FNX makes the right call not to try and wrap back around for a flank. He knows they're already deep within the confines of the site, including that of Highway. So he turns around, plays lockers, catches off Zipex on the entrance, and it's all down to Glaive. 4 to find, and there's no chance he can even pick up any further weapons. So great first gun round from Immortals. Well played, aggressive hold on the A site. One of the reasons you like this map. CTs have options, but there's still money available to Astralis. They'll pick up the guns accordingly. Little bit low for Glaive, 3,300. He could go toward the UMP. Zipex, if he wants to grab utility, may end up doing the same, but either... Okay, so he goes AK. I take it back, right? AK, I was thinking of... I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But yes, so they'll be a little bit limited in terms of utility on dupreeh. Now, the one thing they can do is break Immortals here if they break them down quick enough and take the op, especially out of Henny's hands.
Well, it goes to show how important those kills were in the third round. Just those default pistols, managing to get 2 or 3 kills, and then you can see how that's actually limited Astralis going to round number 5 here. dupreeh's trying to do what he can. He's by himself towards the B side of the map. You can see there's a gap in the smoke, though. So he's getting a bit of information, though, but FNX, once again, opening things up, takes down Device to kick the round off here. And now Zipex trying to return the favor from Squeaky Door. He might have a chance, and it's very well done. Does a lot of damage. Can't quite find the kill there. Takes another 8 HP. Still going to be a 5 on 4 for now. And Zipex, he normally gets a lot of kills in this door position, spamming it all day long. He seems to be almost pitch perfect every single time.
dupreeh looking for an angle that works. It's Steel in the vents that's now behind dupreeh's position. Has to be careful because as he swaps the gun, Steel, he's waiting for his time to strike. 2 players will pass, make it a third. Good pickup on the first. Steel doesn't even drop down. He's already collected Glaive. And Kierby's locked out. This is looking good from Immortals. Both sites impenetrable now that the weapons are up. And never mind breaking them, they've now worn down the economy of Astralis.
Absolutely. Looking very confident indeed. We always talk about Immortals being quite a flamboyant side. When Zeus was part of the lineup, they looked a little bit caged, a little bit too regimented. I like it when they're actually aggressive and using their star players like Henny, and now, of course, FNX as well, to their absolute full potential. FNX kicked things off there towards Squeaky Door, found that first frag, and now, like you said, Astralis have been broken down. They won't be investing too much into this one. It'll be Desert Eagles, 2 of them to be exact, a couple of P250s, but no grenades. So The Astralis boys known to be very proficient with the Desert Eagles. They'll be boosting up towards middle and seeing if they can find a cheeky little 1 dig there. FNX and Bolts waiting on the other side, but for now, slowing things down, leaving the CTs out a little bit here. And now Glaive, he's going for that first shot.
He's got it lined up for white box. FNX playing below that, though. He's actually peeking it from the right side, his perspective. A new addition to this team. Knocked off SK. They brought Phelps in. He replaced Phelps. A Brazilian family, 2 teams, North American presence, all with good experience. It means that not only Bolts and Steel have now played with that SK lineup, FNX has as well, so they've all got a taste of it. The only 2 that haven't are the Twins. And that's why I say Immortals is very much looking for their breakthrough. It's been hinted at for multiple occasions. Remember Fallen saying that they should be ready and waiting to get into the next major. They came close, I have to say, for all things considered in E-League, but not quite. And that seems to be the story of this team in many ways. Glaive tagged up, backed off. 6 HP on the Deagle. They'll turn their attentions to B instead. And this is smart because they've got less players to take down the site. They've got a decent crossfire set. And Lucas stepping out with the AK, sprays down 3, looks for a 4th, doesn't quite get it, has to go to the pistol, now he will. And Steel deprives him of the ace, but for good reason. No sense waiting around, get the round done and over with, 3-3.
Tying things up. Nice clean rounds from Immortals as well. The money started to swell. Astralis did what they could at the start of the round with the Desert Eagles, but Immortals didn't give anything away. Playing nice and passive there. Good crossfires across the map and managing to spray them down. Lucas with a nice little 4-man there. And we're going to another gun round. Astralis still limited though. No AWP device. Certainly one of the strongest strings to their bow. There's 5 AKs, smokes, and only 1 Molotov. That's a bit of a problem. Cash is very reliant on those Molotovs. CT's not changing their stance just yet. They are sending 3 players towards B though. So Henny is actually going to be changing his position. He's going towards A lot, showing aggression there. And this is a fast play from Astralis as well. This is almost a perfect read from Immortals to change him up.
Good shot, good trade from Dupree. And talk about the change-up, but oh, it's the AWP of Henny that's still in the sight. Got a little excited when he shot it in the flash because it blinds my vision of the obituary, which made me think he may have hit, but there was no one on the other side of it. Glaive, meanwhile, he's got to wait at least a moment longer for the flames to extinguish. He may get a gift because Lucas thinks all's quiet on the western front, shifts position, and gets his head taken off. Bolt's boosted. Decent position to be in, takes down the most vulnerable position he exists in, and that's from Highway. He's able to spot device drop down. This changes things. It means Zipix has little information to go off of, and again, they're down a man. I have to say, Immortals is doing very well to control the map. That's a wide peak from FNX, almost aggressively, too aggressive, and they both go for it, and they make it work.
That's why this team is so good, though. The individual performers in this team, when they're confident, they're hitting shots, there's not really much you can do to shut them down. Like we said at the start of the round, Henny adjusting his setup there. He's been going towards A and middle. This time, Astralis trying to adjust their setup towards B. He's there, ready and waiting. There is an interesting trade from Glaive at that point, which funnels them back towards the A side, but Immortals, nice little boost coming in. Bolts finds the first frag, manages to get away towards Squeaky Door as well. And Immortals trying to run away with this. 4 rounds in a row. Another eco for Astralis, back towards those Desert Eagles. Zipex has a Tech 9 and a smoke to work with, but the boost coming once more, but Lucas close range. He'll be ready for any terrorists crossing over the border here. But for now, more of the same. You can see the A site is actually completely open in the top left there. So they're going to be aware this is pretty much full eco from Astralis.
Trying to find an opening as Lucas that catches Kierby inside his sight already. Dupree knows he's there, tries to wait it out with pistol, but flashing through, Dupree turns his back, and oh, I thought his back would be savaged at that point. Not quite, and it's Dupree on an Eagle. Gets Lucas down, backs off slightly, knows there's aggression from Steel inside of the site, but how close does he realize he is because the reload comes in, and Steel able to capitalize. Bolts with an 8 kill immediately before, leaves Device to catch FNX, but it's a 1 versus 2. Take that back, 3, sorry. Steel's name blended in so well with the colors of the backdrop, I thought it was just part of the camera. It's not. There's 3 players, Henry. That's how it'll end.
There it is. Astralis managed to get 2 kills there with the Desert Eagles, but now they do have a nice, healthy buy going forward. They don't have the AWP once again, but look at the economy for Immortals, getting very strong now. Henny, he's at $10,000. That's a great situation to be in as the AWP player. And the great thing about this map is so fun to play as an AWP, especially when you get decent spawns as you got right now. Just changing position up every single time, being a thorn in their side. Any sort of tactics they're trying to present to you. Looking at that first pick, he goes back towards A this time. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Squeaky Door. He did have that decent spawn, and it looks like indeed he is. This is going to be exciting. A player on the other side nails the shot, takes down Zipex. Great way to open things up. Immortals looking fantastic right now.
The next, he's able to take down Dupree. Kirby will back off to follow up on the story I said earlier as well, Bolts and Steel, now FNX, they all played on the North American version of what was the LG and then SK roster, or Kaboom in some cases. But if you go back to Kaboom's days in Brazil, Lucas and Henny were part of that as well. So every single player, I think this was posted recently online, on Immortals has played or been cut by Fallen at some point in time.
Well, for now, Immortals are looking very good indeed, I have to say. After that first pick with the AWP as well, most teams would fall back in that 5-4. Henny takes down another one, but FNX just relentless, pushing in towards A main, and 2 more frags coming in as well. Astralis looking a little bit shut down here ever since the 3-0 came in their favor.
Yeah, they've got nothing rolling. Not even opening picks, not even map control. Everywhere they're getting shut down. This may be grounds for a timeout early to try and reset the pace as well, because this is confidence brewing for Immortals.
Absolutely. Well, I think the pause comes in. Good call, Matthew.
Thank you. I am a tactical mastermind sometimes, Henry.
That's what I thought. Well, in terms of the actual AWP situation, that's been a problem for them. Henny's is having his complete control of the map this time. He's just going wherever he wants, starts trying to squeaky doors in the B before, middle, and that's what you want to be doing. If he's hitting shots as well, that's such a good position to be in. And Astralis, once again, cannot buy the AWP. They can't shut him down. The economy's just not got itself to a situation they can actually counter this right now. I would say at this point, let's go with the full execution. We'll be very passive at the start, wait for his aggression, use our flashbangs to force him back to a bomb site. Maybe full wall of smoke towards the A side of the map, lock them out, Molotov towards ABK, focus on forklift. That might just be the call that gets them back into this. You're absolutely right. The defaults aren't working out for them right now. They're getting picked off at the very start of every single round, and that's 6 rounds in a row for Immortals. This is what we've come to expect them when they're in good form. This kind of play style works very well for them indeed. So the unpause comes in. In terms of the buy device, he's just down to a Tech 9 for now.
They have 6 kills as a team over the last 6 rounds.
You can see what they're doing. Device keeps $2,000 in the bank. He realizes now, I need to start getting this AWP out. So regardless of this round, I don't want to fully invest and get the AK out. I'll put myself down to a Tech 9. We have maximum loss bonus. If we win this, great. We managed to get the AWP in the next one.
That's one of the interesting things about this team in terms of skill as well, because in cases like Simple previously, or maybe even in Liquid days, not so much maybe at Navi days, Nico, Mouse Sports, you'd say, give him the gun, get him the gun. Even if he wants to save someone, drop him their gun. And this team, everyone's capable with an AK, so he's just going to take the Tech 9 himself. Does take a little bit of friendly fire. Takes him down to 63. I think there was a bit of a nade exchange as well. I didn't quite catch it, but either way, 63 is where he sits. Irrelevant for the fact that he goes into the site. He's slightly damaged and limited. FNX tries to swing out and catch them all in his crosshair, but it doesn't quite work out, and Henny makes up for it. This AWP has been absolutely incredible inside of middle, and as the smoke goes down, they try and push through. Bolts is waiting on the other side once more. They're just throwing the cat among the pigeons, but it's... I messed that one up too, Henry. There's too many cats
your first game
and not enough pigeons. Listen, you know, it's fine. Zipix is in the site. He's not going to have much to work with. Bomb down, and he's already caught by Henny, who's been sitting on highway the entirety of the round and knew that Bomb was in that position.
So in terms of the way I thought that up, right, I speculated a full A execution could be what could shut Henny down there. They do almost the opposite. It's an A execution, sure, but it's so basic they don't even consider highway to be a position. Henny just seems to be in the perfect position every single time. Sandbags, he can't believe his luck that is running into his crosshair. So if they'd done the execution at that point, maybe that works out for them. But now, another interesting buy here, Matt. They've got 4 pistols, and the AWP comes out. A lot of pressure on Device's shoulder at this point. He needs to step up and try and find his first pick. 7 rounds in a row now as he gets boosted up. And wait for the flames to go down, but takes a nade. Doesn't take too much damage there, but there it is. Takes down the AWP as well. Good pickup from Device.
Well, there's why he went for the save on it. It seems so bizarre to see them go from rifles on everyone else, and him on a Tech 9, to him on an AWP, and them on pistols. But at this point, they need to make space, create space. Blame gets inside the vents. They'll hear that being blown out. Know that he's inside of them, but look at the push again. It's going to be more aggression. Steel and Lucas, they're already inside of B main. They'll clear out Toxic, Sunroom, whatever you like. And working through the B connector. Missed shots from Steel, though, sounds as warning. They'll all turn their attention. He may have executed trigger discipline in a better sense there, but he was being stared down. It's Device that will get the kill. Lucas has got himself in an excellent position, though, because as they go B, they're not going to expect this. Kierby is a sitting duck. He's looked back toward main to try and cover off the flank, and it just happens that he wouldn't have expected Lucas from the right, but he's looking in the right direction.
Just comes down to milliseconds there. Lucas, so unlucky. He played it to perfection, but unfortunately, timings do not work in his favor. Now just FNX with the AWP. They've got a ton of money here. They know every kill they can get will be valuable.
And this is the thing for Astralis. You pick up that single op, look what happens when they get one pick, the first pick.
That's been the problem. The money's just run out of control for them. As soon as Device gets the AWP, he gets 2 kills. He opens the map up, and these pistols able to find some space towards that B site, and FNX almost hits another shot there. Bolts does take down Glaive, and Kiabi with the flank, though. They should be able to finish this round off. Bolts is trying to do what he can, like we said. Every kill is valuable to him at this point. Takes down Dupree as well, looking for another, but runs out of ammo, and that should be round concluded. After going up 3-0 and losing 7 rounds in a row, Astralis posts another one on the board here. Money's getting himself in a bit better situation. That was a big gamble for them, like you said. 4 pistols and AWP coming out. Pretty unorthodox, but that's what they needed. Device to get the AWP out and starts countering Henny, and he does it straight away. But look at the money of Henny. 16,000 at the start of this round. So he's high rolling right now.
Drop for FNX, but it's round 12, so it shouldn't make too much of a difference for them. Guns up for Astralis, 3 rounds between them, and the mark set by Immortals at 7, so they've got to close this out before the end of the half. We know that it's a fairly balanced map. It does shift team to team, so you can't necessarily quote the fact that it generally is T-sided in the current meta. Certainly saw that it was this morning versus Fnatic and Nip in their match.
Sure.
I think there was other reasons for that, though. Again, situational in many stages at this point in CS. Smoke down will allow Steel get a little bit closer to the drop position. Device has given up on the AWP, at least for the moment, because he's got the Tech 9 ready in case they were to go for the reverse boost. Pulls the op, checks inside of A main. Didn't have vision toward Locker, so they may have to consider that when they do go in, but for now, it's clear enough for them to walk up that far. Good timing on the flash. Kirby has to back off. No action with that flash, though, so just preemptive at that point in time.
Once again, just bolts towards that A side of the map. Lots of work to do here. Looks like that's where Astralis will be ending up as well. They do have 3 smokes available with the Molotovs as well. This will be a full execution. Device is holding for any sort of aggressive push at the moment. Zipex to smoke towards quad. Bolts takes away his vision as well, but essential comes from Zipex. Good work from him. Now they should make their ascendance to the bomb site here.
Well, Bolts has to line them up and does exactly that. Looks for the third. He's got the position. They don't check it. It's so common. You'd expect it to just be done automatically with a switch without even thinking about it. It leaves them in a 3 versus 3. They do manage to get the bomb down as they eventually trade back against Bolts, but his damage is massive because Lucas' position is everything once more. He slipped in behind, found Kirby, and Steel. Top Highway is going to start to put pressure onto Device from the left as he does manage to line up Henny before he's shown. Good play from Zipex, but now it's down to the one-on-one Steel Device. And Steel knows exactly where Device is, which means he's going to go, he's going to hold this. Device knows that he's got to get close. He's got the Tech 9 out. That pulls him off the bomb, but there's time enough, and Steel goes for the fight. Device had to commit because of the plant, but Steel plays it to perfection, 8-4.
Yeah, Steel's got so many options in that situation. He goes to the full defuse, he's going to bail on the foot at that point. Device has to give away his position as well. You're right, Bolts did so well there. That smoke was designed to actually take him out of the round, and it actually works in his favor. They boost up onto towards the bomb site itself, sprays 2 down, and he's playing it by himself. That's job done at that point. And Astralis, after winning 1 round, not getting the... Well, I did get the bomb down there, but still money not in a situation where they can buy. It's going to be around 3,500 per player. The Eagles come out once again. Immortals looking very good right now. Round number 13. Astralis need to start waking up here, but let's see what they can do with the Deagles. We'll be boosting up towards the middle once again. Very common position to try and get these initial kills, but what's Device made of? Can he get this first pick on towards Henny?
Quite Henny to hit Device, but still the question that you've asked. Try and get a Deagle shot toward Henny. So much damage done from FNX. As he throws the nade in. It's not Glaive up close. I was going to say could have been enough. It's 12 damage onto Kirby instead. Smoked off now as well. Deagle's not going to be able to land a shot toward the white box, but half Immortals has had. So much composure as a team and so much control. They stay more passive at this point in the half because they know they're up against pistols.
Yeah, it's been perfect so far in terms of the setups and the way they're moving their AWP around as well. Lovely Counter-Strike to watch. Well, for now, Astralis, they'll be heading towards the B side of the map, taking a lot of damage here. You can see Glaive under 10 HP, Zipex not far behind on 35. Kiavi's made it towards Checkers, just trying to work out if there's any CD presence towards those vent areas as well. But someone needs to find an opening kill. Device might just get it here. FNX a little bit confused. He gets down, and now a chance to go towards B as Kiabi looking for the next 1D here.
The next 1D. You make it sound like he's like the next great one. As he tries to walk in behind it. Nearly did. Snap to his left. Couldn't find Lucas either. That kill goes the way of Immortals as well. As soon as the flash allow Steel to take down Dupree. Swings back out. Clothesline Zipex and Device. And Henny's there to get Glaive.
Lovely work from Steel overall. That's 9-4 Device made things a little bit interesting there. His teammates going towards B. He's holding the flanks in that boost position. FNX taken down, and Kiabi's position as well. Man, he could have got that one tap, but not meant to be. We're going to round number 14 now. 9-4 in favor of Immortals, and the all comes out for Device once again. So, loss bonus in terms of that for the Terrorists is at the second stage, but they took the full eco with decent money last round. So, here we go. Device uses that decent spawn towards middle. Does get the leg shot on FNX, but can't find the frag just yet. Lucas looking to get aggressive once again. Flashbang comes in and it's good. And he finds the first kill and 2 in fact. That's so nice from Lucas.
Such amount of impact that individuals in certain situations, mostly Bolts and Lucas, have had. Steel waiting inside a checker, has Flames behind him for a moment, so he's got to continue to try and look on the alert. Attack is the best form of defense in such a position, but
this is crazy.
It's Bolts that's going to be, again, the one to push. That may cost them a little bit, but I say that, and they still have defense on the A side. Henny's still there, and they've got the man advantage. And Kirby tagged to 10 after that exchange. That makes things worse as well. Henny gets Glaive.
I say it's crazy, but I still kind of love it at the same time. Like, no one's going to be expecting that. You get the first 2 frags, a 5-on-3, and you're still pushing towards A. He goes down, sure, but he does some damage, and then Henny steps up once again, finds another AWP shot. Kiabi, 10 HP. You can see on the camera as well, Dupree not looking too happy about this one. They've already used their pause as well, so what's the play at this point? 45 seconds remaining, 4-on-2. They've got smokes to work with, and Zipex is hoping someone makes a mistake at this point, but not really much for them to do. They're just holding up defensively towards A. They're happy for them to walk in. Flashes towards that position. Zipex hoping that'll bait someone out. Not meant to be for now, but FNX, oh, the timing's just so brutal there for Zipex. Just as he pulls his weapon out, FNX takes him down.
Yes, indeed. But Kirby is going to elect to save the AWP, meaning that we hit 10 rounds for Immortals without the pistol.
So you see that reaction play coming in. So at the beginning of the round, Device is not fun to kill, right? But he legs FNX. And that forces some sort of reaction out of Immortals. They've had the smoke down there. That's usually designed to take the vision away from the terrorists there, stop them rushing in. They actually use that against him. The flash comes in. It's such a nice little set piece there. CT pushes through. He finds one. I can't believe he finds the second. I thought he was overcommitting at that point. Gets their headshot, falls back. Bolt's getting information on the other side of the map as well. It's just really good stuff overall from Immortals. Look at this. The flashbang's so good. Device is doing the flashbang dance in the corner.
Oh, that second one.
Yeah, just nuts. Well then, 15th round comes in. AWP comes up for Device and 4 pistols. It worked before. That's pretty much the only round they got, Matt, since the 3-0. They haven't actually won a gun round if you think about it. That's kind of insane for a team like Astralis. But we've always said it. We've always cast them on cash. We've always said it's a map. It's never really done it for me when I've watched them, like, historically. I've always felt they looked a little bit lackluster on the T side. We haven't seen a single real set piece from them as of yet. Nothing's really gone in their favor of the defaults, and it's getting shut down by the relentless aggression of Immortals time and time again, especially Henny. He's been so good here. Now, still waiting towards middle. He's by himself in that area. I'm just looking to get the one and done. They've heard the Tech 9s are out, but whether they know the Device AWP is a threat, still yet to be seen.
Steals going to push, potentially. Thinks better of it. In the smoke, I say it. He's
What's
going to go. They've been so aggressive all half. Why not? You can hear the footsteps. Can't spot out his prey as it's going to be Glaive trying to fall back. Tech 9 in hand, still spraying into it. Gives himself up 2 for Steel, but runs out of ammo. It does give a gun to Kirby. So opening a door as a bounce Molotov to go behind the forklift, but FNX plays forward of that. FNX as well is going to spray down Kirby as he goes inside of A main. It's good on both approaches. Zipex in a 1 versus 4, and half that looks like it's going to go 11 to 4. And Immortals not winning the pistol. Astralis only picking up 1 round, and it was a round where they had pistols and an AWP getting the opening pick. They never won a full gun round.
Yeah, this is Brazilian Counter-Strike at its best. This is their classic play style, relying on individual plays, simple flashbangs in, big AWPs. Plays from Henny as well. Really impressive to watch there. Astralis looking shut down. Can they recover though, Matt? That's the question. We'll find out after the break.
Well, despite some evidence to the contrary, remember, those are alternative facts. It is not a Mexican sombrero, it is the Spodek Arena. It is a saucer, and it is designed to sustain itself among tremors from the coal mines in the area. And that's where IEM exists this weekend. And speaking of existing right now, it's 11 rounds to Immortals against Astralis, who's been ceasing to exist during gun rounds, most notably.
Yeah, can pick up a single gun round here, but very fast play once again. Immortals looking confident, and he opens things up as Zipex, he's going to return the favor, but it's equal exchanges for now. But here we go, Device with that silence USP gives him the advantage for now. 3-on-2, Henny and Steel remain. Oh, as I say that though, what a shot from Device to take him down.
That makes it 2-1 versus 3. Low HP on 2, Device, Dupree, they've got a chance. Or rather, excuse me, Henny's got a chance to find them, but the bomb down inside of the site, they can play this smart not peek. Glaive, he's the high roller in the situation, and it's going to be Device that actually gets the kill. So now it's Astralis with 2 straight pistols. Typically on paper, things look good, but right now it's full recovery for Astralis.
Absolutely. That pistol round was certainly required as we go into round number 2. Immortals not getting the bomb down. The pistols there, very fast approaching them, just looking to shut it down as quickly as possible. They will be forced by in the second round here, so a full array of Tech 9s, 1 smoke, a couple of flashbangs. Always good to have a bit of utility on these rounds. Having no smokes, I always just wonder how the hell you're starting to win this round of nothing at all. An aggressive play from the CT zone towards B storage. They're fighting fire with fire, pushing into that area and finding 3 kills to kick things off, completely shutting down this force fight from Immortals, and is looking very good indeed. And they should be able to fall back at this point. They've dropped the smoke. They don't want to give anything away, but you know what, Glaive, he wants a bit more. Through the smoke, he finds Steel.
And he again, the last of which to survive. He's on 28. He'll rotate around to mid. He's greeted by, once again, Device, who closes out 2 consecutive rounds for Astralis on UMPs as well. So they'll put up a little bit of bank. They've got the 1 M4 now in the hands of Device, who did get a kill. And he'll buy a little bit of utility, still with the 1 kit. There we go. Kirby, thank you very much. I'd like to see 2 in these rounds, because if things get out of control, you don't want to have the situation of leaving them present. Bomb waits toward T-spawn at this point in time.
Yeah, well, the good
I
thing...
think Lucas and FNX are just talking things out, hashing it out perhaps, waiting to see if there'll be any aggression. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing at this point.
Let's have a little chat. It's fine. So just wanted to point out, the good thing about that thing from Astralis that round is they're pushing 3 towards the B storage, right? So if you find the terrorist, you've got the weaponry to take them down. If you don't, you get a lot of information. You can wrap behind them very quickly indeed. That's actually a really interesting anti-force fire approach, I guess. And we'll have a look here. Glock still in T-spawn. Maybe just using this time to just kind of frustrate the CTs, maybe bait them out to make a mistake. There is 1 player towards Squeaky Door.
There's 1 on either side, yeah. It could be that, or it could be just talking things out as well.
I guess that's more likely. This is going to be discussing where they're going into the next round. They fully force-board in the previous, so Orb's probably not going to be a possibility unless they get the bomb down now, which is highly unlikely. Still in T-spawn. Having just a little meeting here.
I mean, the one thing you could think about this, perhaps what they're trying to do, is just run out the clock in the round, because they know they have the SMGs, so they don't want to give frag money. Maybe that's overthinking it.
Well, no, they'll get no money themselves if they do that.
It's true. It's a good point.
That
you raised a good point, Henry. I raised you a hand, and you trumped.
I called your bluff.
You know, I just thought I'd try and win it. Go all in on that one, Henry.
Yeah. Well, regardless.
I didn't say I think that far ahead, okay? It was one of those, as I was thinking, I was speaking things. I'll try and refrain from doing so.
There used to be an interesting thing that in the beginning of CSGO, you could type kill at the start of the round.
Yes.
Let's say that's what you're going with. Like, that's what you used to
Don't
do
try and
that.
save me, Henry.
That's what you used to do, and Valve patched is you can't type kill in competitive games anymore. So a lot of teams were doing that at the start of the game just to do exactly what you said, deny that frag ban in the second round. But here we go then. AK-47s as we go to round number 19, 5 AKs, and interesting one for Astralis. They're going to keep 4 UMPs here. With the bonus round, they win this one. They're in a fantastic position going forward, but I would say the favor stacked towards Immortals. Just trying to keep the money strong for Astralis here. Something aggressive should be coming in towards Squeaky Door. We go 2 players as well, and they're going to be not finding any conflict as of yet. So they're getting a lot of map control for nothing here. Zipex can leave himself in this position. I would say his teammate wants to fall back. Henny has no idea, but he might check this corner. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would.
And he, meanwhile, he's going to walk directly into it. AK upgrade.
You just don't see that coming at all.
It's good positioning. FNX, meanwhile, already inside of A main, has Steel inside of the site. So Kirby and Zipex are locked off toward that Squeaky Door. The problem is Bomb's still inside of middle. Has to be scooped up by Bolts and Lucas, and in doing so, Kirby, I can't quite see from his perspective. I don't think he's got line of sight, but he is still holding the squeaky position. Zipex tries to get ground back inside of the site itself. He's smoked and caught by FNX. This becomes a problem because Kirby has no access. So they do stay forward. You're right. It works to catch out Henny, but they lock themselves out of their own plan.
Yeah, it could have been an idea just to fall back there, use the man advantage considering they have this lesser weaponry here, but still, the round is viable. They have a kit and an M4 in the hands of Device as well, one of the world's best players here. Glaive flashes through, tries to make something happen, but his teammate drops at the same time. Comes down to Glaive now pretty much. He needs to find something out of this. They know exactly where he is. He gets a headshot, but that's the end of his round. Just give you Device, saving the M4A4, and like I said, you have to favor Immortals going into that one. Astralis go for something towards that squeaky door area. It works out very nicely. They get the first kill, upgrade to an AK, but I agree, maybe just fall back at that point, use the AK to your advantage and try and use the power of numbers. But unfortunately, Immortals take them down one by one using the AK-47s. But still, we're in a great position for Astralis. But don't get me wrong, this is absolutely fine. You can see the money on the scoreboard right now. They get more going into the next round, another 1,400 on top of this. So there it is. KRB, he manages to get almost 10 grand there. So they've got plenty of money. They could have double orbs if they want to. Don't normally see Astralis do that, to be fair. KRB will be the one dropping over the AWP to Device, presumably. There it is. Device has got a 6 spawn as well. So he could start having some fun here, like we saw in the first half from Henny.
Question is, does he go for the drop B? We haven't exactly seen enough out of Immortals or gun rounds, especially in the last, where it was quite early exchange on A to know if they'll go that direction or not. He's thinking of it. Quick flash out. As always, that was misthrown, though, so he doesn't get the angle. It, thankfully, for that sense, didn't present itself either way. But Bolt is going to put a Molotov in front of the Device. He's going to hold station, and if he goes out toward Toxic, he will eventually get the shot. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the map, it's holding and all steady, because FNX is boosted. He'll wait, not yet peeked out toward middle. He does a quick check toward white box, but that's all he's done thus far.
Nothing given away so far from Immortals. Gonna be holding up. Molotov's coming in to counter the boost there. I'd say that's a little bit misthrown. You normally want to drop it a little bit deeper, but it's all fine. You can see that's why I got a little bit close there. But FNX can hold position for now. He'll be smoking connector now. And at this point, they'll be aiming for some map control towards middle, I would say. There will be one player waiting for them in the form of Dupree. Another misthrown smoke. Not going too well so far from FNX. Just calm down, son. It's all right. 53 seconds remaining.
You do have a connection with FNX, so you could tell him to be calm, and he would have to listen. As Lucas gonna try and find a shot down mid. Smoke goes out in Z connector. He's unable to connect, but it does force, for sake of what it's worth, in map control, Dupree to rotate over toward B, where Device has found Bolts. Glaive, he'll wait in behind the box and see if they push through vents, but that single kill for Device has signaled warning to the Immortals side, and as such, it's highway now. They approach. Zipic's the only one inside of the site. Shoulder peeks out, spots one, looks back to make sure they're not coming in through aim in. Kierby's able to cover the cross as he does so. Lucas finding ample trades, but it's FNX the last of which to find. He tried to slip in and help his teammates from the alternate approach. It's Astralis now with their 8th round.
Yeah, and that's actually quite a harsh reset for Immortals overall. Winning the previous round, not getting too much out of that one. No, bomb plant comes in. They take a pause here. You can see Immortals full default at the start of the round. Not that fast, flamboyant play style that we'd like to watch and what we saw in the first half. Few misthrown grenades at that point. Looked like it was a bit of a blunder around overall. Had to expend a lot more than they wanted to get towards middle. Then good crossfires from Astralis take them down as we go to round number 21 here. Like we said, a pause comes in. Tactical, of course, for Immortals. Money, not great. So first stage loss bonus, they have got 5,000 on Lucas, to be fair. Bolts 4,300. Same story for FNX. It's those two players on the top and bottom, Henny and Steel. So we'll see what they decide to do. It looks like the force buy will be coming in. I think that's the right call to make at this point. You want to be shutting down the CTs before they have a chance to let their bank accounts swell. They've only got first stage loss bonus right now, so let's try and shut them down before the CT economy gets in a decent position. So what's the call here? Going to have 2 Tech 9s, 2 AKs, presumably 3 overall. Bolts, great in that first half. To be fair, most of the players on Immortals look very, very good indeed. Still picking up 18 kills. He's in the charge.
He seems the quietest one of the bunch as well. He's efficient because Bolts we've seen has had, you know, that highlight play where he got 2 kills and A made the round slightly more possible for his team. He was very good at anchoring down the quad position. Even on the pistol he got one of the only kills, I think, at that point in time. And then Lucas we saw with position, but Steele, as you mentioned, is just going about business and is 5 ahead of anyone else on his team.
Round number 21. Difficult round here for the Immortals, but I don't disagree with the force buy. And you can see Device. He is towards Squeaky Door. We saw this from Henny, trying to pick up the first frag here. It's going to have one player on the other side. They're aware of it, though, but Device dodges the flashbang and nails the shot. Textbook stuff from him. Very well done indeed.
Device tries to spray back through the door as well. Spam it with the AWP. Just go back to frag distribution as well. Glaive, in-game leader. Brings some firepower with him at times. He's only got 4. Everyone else is relatively close spread throughout both teams, but he lags behind. And sometimes you're only as good as your weakest link. But right now, Astralis have the man advantage in what is by all means, a comeback in some senses. An attempt at one, no less. They've given up 1 round in the second half. On the site itself, Dupree gonna set a crossfire with Glaive, needs to get in the corner faster, does so, but it's fast-paced. A busting of players from Immortals into the site as they quickly approach from the main entrance. Glaive gets set and ready, he's able to find the kills, goes to the USP, good shot from FNX, but Katowice arrives on the scene from heaven. FNX did find both inside of the site themselves, but good play from Astralis.
Yeah, Immortals looking a little bit ruffled there after losing that first player. I think they wanted to go for some sort of execution at that point. That's normally the go-to play when you have Tech 9s and a couple of AKs and some utility to work with. You want to be shutting down the AWP players, for example. They lose that first player, back towards B they go. That didn't really do it for me at all. It's walking into B, hoping for the best. Is that who got stabbed there? Zipex. It's not super big deal against the Glocks, to be fair, but still a little bit annoying. But yeah, Immortals looking a bit flat right now. Glaive. He's trying to get aggressive, though, towards B storage. Not the best weapon for her at that sort of range, but against the unarmored heads, I guess it's not a big deal. He'll actually be getting a ton of information here. As the in-game leader will be calling his teammates to focus towards middle and the A position as well. He doesn't necessarily have to push here. He's going towards T-spawn, but I would prefer him just to hold this position. He knows they're going to be on an Eco. They've done a ton of damage already. Just don't give anything away.
Spotted the gun bolts. Yeah, he's definitely seen it now. As we can tell, Dupree's shown himself, but not much he can do from that range. You can pick away as all you like, but pretty much take his hands off the keyboard to get taken down at that range, and there you go. Straightforward for Astralis. Both teams reach double digits. Round 22's in the books. And immediately the guns are drawn. On the Immortals side, no AWP available to them. That becomes a bit of an issue on Cash, I have to say.
Absolutely. This is what happened to Astralis. The economy ran away for himself on the T side. Henny, very good with that first half of the AWP. Hasn't had too much impact here in the second half. Look how limited they are, Matt. They have got smokes and head armor, sure, but only one Molotov, next to no flashbangs whatsoever. This would be a real rough round. They need one of the superstars of the team to step up here. Device looking to get aggro once again. This time not pushing towards squeaky door, focusing on A main. CTs, though, allowing mid to be open relatively. We have got Kiabi there just holding quite a passive angle towards the short box there, but it comes out of the Device. I feel like he's going to strike first here. Both Orpas on the CT side, shining brightly for their sides there. And towards A, this would, to me, look like they have 3 smokes, right? So they're looking for A control. They're hoping the CT makes a mistake at this stage. We have seen a lot of aggression from the CTs. They're holding right back, hoping something works in their favor. If it doesn't, maybe just a basic execution towards A. The bomb's still down in T-spawn, so can't really speculate too much at the moment. Still, maybe looking to challenge here, but he'll be walking into the crosshair Device if he goes any more further forward.
Let's get the lineup, though, for anyone who dare walk in toward A main, unsuspectingly so.
Well, they've used one smoke right now towards highway. That's one of the 3 they had gone. They've not really done much with it.
Zipex is going to try and play beside that smoke as well to watch towards squeaky door. 2 smokes remain. It's enough for a fast execution out of the site. I say execution, it's more of really a rush play. If they try and bounce one toward the red crate top highway, that exact smoke, the second one potentially then could cover off quad if they can dislodge the AWP player, which they've done. So the fast play may work. Zipex in the corner tries to line up, can't quite do it, and Henny's there to capitalize, but it's Kierby above on Catwalk that does the damage, and he'll drop the bomb. It's on the inside of the said smoke, but Bolts, timely as ever, is able to walk out from middle and find the man guarding it. Glaive now has to watch from afar as the bomb is grabbed, picked up, planted. And he's unsure of exactly where Bolts has gone because he's already considering Z connect to the flash. Is in turn to make them think he's gone that direction, but instead Bolts takes no fool of it. He'll walk forward and find the kill.
Rough round for Immortals, but they managed to make it work. They're Device in a perfect position to shut them down, but they used the flashbang to perfection there. The first one to make him turn away. The second, it catches him. He has to go in the corner there. Zipex left in a horrible position. He had smokes in front of him, a plethora of terrorists running in his screen. He gets one, and Device shut down pretty instantaneously as well. And Immortals extend that lead to 13-10 here, but once again, that loss bonus, that's going to be a problem. They need to win this round. If they go down here with no bomb and all 5 players dying, this could be the end of the game in terms of their money. So see what happens as we go into round number 24. AWP Device still. It's time towards B. It's a more comfortable position for him. Has a tiny gap in the smoke to work with here. He'll be pushing in quite aggressively towards the T-spawn area of the map. Let's see whether he can find the frag. Bolt's waiting for him. Will be a tough shot for him to hit, but there it is. It's going to be Device opening things up and takes down Bolts.
Henny checks quickly toward the little bit of the drop that he can see. He can definitely see it all now, so they should be fairly confident that no one is in that position. They'll Prime and Molotov to go toward. Now the question is, does this go quad bounce off fence first or bounce off quad 2 fence? Goes in between the two. That should reach Zipix. Not quite, but he goes forward anyway. And it will burn him alive. He managed to take Henny down before doing so. So it was a trade 1-for-1, man for man. But it's going to be all Astralis in the end because KRB still inside of the site, pops out 13-11. They're hanging on at this point in time, and they've limited the economy once more of the Brazilian side.
Yeah, this is actually very promising now for Astralis in terms of the comeback. 13-11, you can see the money on the screen right now. Just Glocks available, really. Can't really actually bring much more than that. The force spike comes in. Immortals only going to get $1,900 in the next round. I guess it would have been a double eco regardless, but there still would have been a buy there. They would have had AKs. They had about 2K each at that point. They could have got AKs, but they're going for a little bit of a Hail Mary here. Let's see what happens for them with the Tech 9s. Smoke grenades, Molotovs as well. Deagles to try and work some magic here. Device, you know, the situation. He won't be overcommitting at this point. He's holding a tight angle here, hoping that a terrorist walks into his crosshair. And towards middle we go. Quick shot smoke's enabled, flashes as well. Still looking to get his first pick, and they'll be dropping a Molotov towards Sandbag as well. Just need to find an opening here any way they can, but Astralis reading the situation very nicely indeed. Middle, it's fine. It's not a bomb site, right? You can allow them to have it, especially when they've only got pistols. Not really much you can do with it, especially now they have no grenades. But a misplay from Astralis to go for the boost, and Bolts takes that player down.
Device has to move fast. He knows he's going to be pitched out from middle, tries to smoke himself off. But it'll be to no avail. He does manage one before going down, which is decent, but good position again from Lucas to find KRB, and it's down to a 2 versus 2. Bomb is peculiar in this because Steel doesn't want to cross over at Tree without utility to do so, and as such, he'll post up, wait for his teammate to get in a better position. But Astralis starts to play on their mind slightly. Where do they wish to approach? Dupree's going to go up middle. Zipix, he's backing off. Are they going to be 100% certain this is still on the B site? And Dupree should lead the way through the vents. Zipix is sure to follow, but on 20 HP, would have to be an immediate trade. Thankfully, no one facing directly into the vents themselves as Dupree starts the way in. M4 in hand, there is an op down beside them, but stick to the rifles at this point. Steel tagged on 61. It's beneficial to the M4s themselves, as both will be wielding them. 3 out of the 4 are. The only with an AK is Lucas. Dupree in first. High HP, remember, Zipix has to try and get information to trade, but they're both left side, which means he won't be able to swing out instantly. And down to 20 HP, he's got it all to do. A fast peek could end him now, and they've already bought enough time. Immortals will find 14, and that is a heartbreak for Astralis.
Absolutely a heartbreak. That's a massive round for them to drop, and it all comes down to that boost as well. They've established that it's a pistol round for Immortals. They've got mid-control, sure, but that was such a risk to go for that boost. You're so exposed. I guess it comes down to the tight timing there from Immortals. They face the Desert Eagle at the perfect time, taking down Glaive as they're going for the risky play. Like I said, mid, you can really allow them to have it. They've got no grenades to work at that point. Hold the crossfires on the site, you'll be absolutely fine. And now Astralis find themselves a breaking point here. They have the AWP, 2 M4, sure, but no kits. And 2 players with pistols as well. Very limited in terms of the grenades. So Device, he needs to work hard once again going to round number 26 here. Pushing aggressively to Squeaky Door this time. Not even waiting for that first kit pick. He's going to actually try and make it happen himself. And he gets it. Just what Astralis needed.
Exactly what they needed. As you would say, Henry, it's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Indeed.
Shot of penicillin. Bolts rotates back through toward mid. He's got the AK in hand. Henny, meanwhile, will at least Molotov off behind the box, hold station, have to tap from that range in the UMP, but as you've mentioned multiple times, and I think most of the statistics at this point insinuate you can tap with that weapon at range.
Against unarmored heads of Astralis as well, he'll be very effective indeed. So, yeah, do not discount him in this round. Still, a 5-on-4 Device goes down to 48 HP. He'll be changing his position a little bit more passive this time towards CT spawn. It's up to Terrace now. 1 smoke, 1 Molotov. This is so tight. This round could be anyone's, but towards A we go. And I'm presuming it'll be that 1 smoke towards highway potentially, or maybe quad, depending on what the player is with it. It's Henny, so he'll try and open up and get it towards highway. Flashbang comes in as well. It's a risky smoke to throw, but he gets away with it. Device now to strike towards main. He's got vision.
Can't quite land it, though. He does go back for more. Means that Zipix has to step up with the pistol. They didn't act fast enough to take away that opportunity from Device. They knew the op was there. They heard it the first time around, but FNX will hold for a moment. Patience pays off. Zipix peeks back out to find more information. He's greeted in the most cruel way. It's a man down, but equalized now from Immortals as Henny will pick up KRB. Glaive. Not a lot to work with in this. Neither of them have kits. Neither the 3 of them, in fact, have kits. And they've got to try and get aggressive toward it. Oh, HP on Henny nearly gets caught out. Does this time. Glaive, that's too much to ask for. And they set the cross that find FNX. It's all Lucas. Does manage 1. AK's got a chance in this as well. Dupree's only got 2 HP. He needs to be the first to go down. He needs to find a way to get Device an opportunity in the off as well, up close. And Dupree's done it alone. He looks for Device first, and Dupree finds the opening. 2 HP, stays alive, and they've got enough for the defuse.
Like we said.
Only just so they could have enough for that defuse.
They had to act so quickly there. Not a single kit going into that round. Astralis, of course, it's a force buy. They were a breaking point. Device with the step up. Aggressive towards Squeaky Door. Not even waiting for that first pick, though. He goes all the way around the corner there. Nails the shot. Falls back to CD Spawn as well. I have to say, though, Bolt's decision, after they ascertain the Devices towards CD Spawn, right? He's at that truck area. They've got past him. He's missed a couple of shots, and they go back for more. They try and take him down. I would say leave him. Get the bomb down there. Let's force him to come towards us. And they give him a bit too much to work with there. And Dupree doing a good job there with 2 HP. I'm surprised he didn't go down in that situation, but that was the last moment to defuse there, and it works out. This has been so back and forth here. No one looking too comfortable right now. Even after winning that round, Astralis don't look too happy about it. As we go into number 27 here. Another pause for Immortals. 2 remaining. But pause comes in. This will be an eco this stage, I think. Just 1 Tech 9 purchased. FNX with the Desert Eagle and body armor as well. And they get $1,900 into next round. So this is a similar situation before. They did force up the last time they had this, but didn't really work out. Well, actually, that was the round that did work out for them, to be fair. But it was the time I said they could get AKs, and it's a similar story here going forward. And aggressive once again against these anti-eco. Zipex Molotoving in, gives him some position control to push it and try and isolate this player ahead. He can't do anything about it.
He goes full panic, just spraying as well, which gave himself away before they even walked into A main. Lost full vision. Good find. Steal when he opened up Squeaky. Answered out. Zipex with 1 kill, KRB with the other was tagged down to 3, but it's only 3 left to find. Long range from Glaive. He has to be careful here. Didn't even hit anyone. Nope. All bullets miss, and he goes down. It's now a 3 versus 3 with bomb planted at the B site. Armor on bolts with a Tech 9, including that of a helmet. This isn't necessarily a done deal.
Absolutely not. KRB 3 HP as well. FNX holding the flanks towards Vent. He could actually get this kill for free if he nails it. He does indeed. FNX finds Zipex. Now it's a 3-on-2. KRB low as well. This is looking promising. Another eco victory for Immortals.
Looks the wrong way as well. There's the high HP down. It's gone. It's done. They give up too much on the B site. And this, if they even get KRB out of here, is a complete disaster again. It's twice they'll lose eco rounds, and twice Immortals will take a lead, and this time it's map point.
And with nothing at all left, Astralis, after a really promising round of the force buy, the AWP, the pistols, they put everything on the line and they lose it. It wasn't even a force buy from Immortals. They had a Tech 9, a Deagle, 1 set of body armor, and I think a couple of smokes. That was it. Glaive, like you said, missing a bit of a sitter as they cross towards the site there. He gets punished for it. The team gets punished for it. Now they're looking down the barrel of map point and indeed match point. Best of 1. And the final round presumably is going to be 5-7s and a UMP. This is going to take such a massive performance here. Glaive trying to do what he can with that 5-7 at range. Not going to do too much. Takes quite a lot of damage, but he'll be falling back. Doesn't give away his frag just yet.
Bomb dropped by Bolts intentionally. B connector position. Lucas nearby, but it's a push out from Glaive and Dupree. They've got to make something happen. This is their attempt to do so. Nobody's waiting. AK in the corner. Thank you very much.
It's over.
That's done. This is Immortals. This is going to be taking Astralis, who went to overtime against NIP. They've been struggling in this group. This round-robin format as well, so everyone plays everyone. It's not like there's a lineup of misfortune. It's just simply whoever's on form is going to make it through, and right now Astralis is looking off. I have to laugh a little bit as well about the... not laugh, but you know, people are saying this is the Astralis era. I'm sorry, era insinuates a much longer time frame. This is Astralis' chance to create an era, but they're certainly struggling back in this tournament. And it's Immortals that do step forward, as we say. They want their breakout. They did well at multiple tournaments last year around this time. They've got to do it again here. This is a great start.
Super impressive CT side there. Dynamic, aggressive, flamboyant. Any other adjectives you want to throw in there, you can feel free to do so. But the T side a little bit flat there. But Astralis, they didn't really feel like they showed up for this game at all. Didn't pick up a single gun round on their T half. CT was better, but overall, I have to say, Immortals are the stronger team.